Welcome to More EB, where this channel I look at TV shows and I look at movies. So get your popcorn ready and let's go ahead and dive in. So the very first thing we're going to be looking at on this channel is Luther. And just going by the description, it kind of sounds like James Patterson's Alex Cross, which I love that series of books. So definitely interested in getting into this. Let's hop into it. Medico. It's always a good start when it's shadowy and somebody's running. Run for your life! Doing that serial killer walk.
Nothing? No, Mum. Her oxygen ran out 2 minutes ago.
John said she's here.
Uh-oh. Oh, you better get going. Quite the dichotomy, because you see one dude running and another guy following him, but on the flip side of that, you've got the police, and it looks like they've pulled up to a private residence instead of this industrial thing. So we've got two things going on at one time. So, very interesting. It's always an industrial place that they've run through and stuff like that. Reach the end of the road here. He's coming for you! How do we proceed? Be careful. The intensity. Oh! I'd said be careful.
You're gonna fall, Henry. Oh, God. Please. Where's Mia? I don't. Where is she?
Uh-oh. Interrogation. Oh, they're searching for somebody that's missing. Oh, okay. Yeah, let him hang. Sit there and question him.
For God's sake, there's
Don't make him fall, but...
Please!
John?
Never move.
Just let him sit there and sweat it out. I don't want to fall.
You lied! Lying, I swear!
Oh, I love the start to this. So intense.
Oh,
Good girl. Good girl.
We've got her.
oh, thank God! Never, please! Hey, good. Please!
Yeah, I'd get off that phone call too, so you don't know what's going on. Oh, cereal. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Please!
Oh, he's sweating this. There you go. Fling them all. Not even gonna lie. I'd have done the same thing. You mess with kids, you deserve that to happen. And worse. Way worse. I'm liking how how this has started off though so far, because starts with the very intense. It starts with the guy running. Of course, it's it's industrial, which it seems to be a trope with these types of things. But hey, what are you going to do about it, right? You got him doing the serial killer walk behind him. Then you got the police at a personal residence, and then we find out once dude's falling through the middle because he doesn't know how to listen to somebody shouting at him from the other side of the screen that you probably shouldn't get on that because it's rickety. We learned that he's actually hiding a child there. So that's the reason why the cops are there. And then very intense questioning as he's sitting there hanging. Then he just lets him fall. I mean, I like the way...
Well, this may turn out to be the first time I actually beat you. Gotta go.
It's like he's in a robe. What's the deal now? Like, what's... Oh, dude didn't die. Oh. Intrigue. He should have died, but Whatever.
Hurry,
What
Mum.
the?
What's happened to your mum?
Oh, God.
She's been bludgeoned to death. Did you do it? Okay. What do we got going on here? I'm guessing the next case of his. Oh, she is shaking like a leaf. Oh, he's sitting there. He's reliving the whole thing.
Boss.
So, Reed was right. This is where you spend your gardening leave, is it? Staring down a big hole. We have the Madsen verdict.
Just to be fair to him, I mean, I'd be up there too wondering how that piece of didn't die. Like, for real, because that's a long fall, and it's concrete at the bottom. I'd be wondering this. I'd be sitting over there too. How did he not die? Why are we still got to take and go to, like, seriously?
Given the exceptional circumstances, the inquiry have found no grounds for disciplinary action. Which means you're back.
Oh.
If you want it.
I want it.
So he was on leave, okay.
Don't get yourself into this situation again, which means you observe
Something tells me he doesn't do that type of stuff.
the speech.
It's a good speech.
Thank you. It's one up.
Not for a while.
And
It was a trial separation. I tried it.
the difference between her and me. She talks about taking you back. I actually do it.
Nice little play there. He looks like he's green behind the ears.
Come back and whatever.
So what we got?
Home invasion, murder. Victims are Douglas and Laura Morgan.
Who called it in?
The daughter, Alice Morgan,
Doing?
buying bread and
Nasty
milk.
scene.
She lived there.
No, she's a research fellow, some Department of Physics. She lives in a flat near campus.
Why the family gathering?
Douglas Morgan's birthday.
All right, let's go. Sleeping pills. Separate bedrooms. What does that tell you?
They're separated.
Anything else?
It's hard to say.
Have marital problems.
Sometimes separate beds make for a happy marriage.
It's a very generous thought.
You can see the differences already because Home Dude is. You could tell he's got that cynical air, while he's going the more optimistic route, talking about, you know, sometimes separate beds make for happy marriages. A lot of times you got separate beds unless you are part of a 60s or 70s sitcom. That means we got marital issues going on. Or, I mean, because somebody could be snoring, but that's the reason why they get CPAPs and stuff like that. So, very subtle but very clear differences in the line of thinking already going into this. It's
Luther?
interesting already.
Hey, babe.
Uh-oh.
It's me.
Must be
John,
the wifey.
hi.
Guess what?
What?
The Board of Inquiries came down on my side.
That's great. I mean, I knew they would, obviously, but...
Yeah, and I'm back at work.
Already?
Well,
At least they got a good rapport.
Look, can we
Talk a bit later.
that's why I was calling, really. So, you know, because I think that we need to have that talk.
Tonight, I've got a dinner.
After dinner, I'll come round.
Okay, tonight. Look, I'm sorry, I really do have to go.
Boy, she is brushing him off quick. Now, real quick disclaimer. One of the reasons why I'm talking so much, number one, it gives me opportunity to take and do the cuts that I need to take and do, take and lower stuff the way I need to lower it, and try to do things I need to do to actually get this to where everybody can see it, and take and be put on, at least this portion of it can be placed on YouTube, because it's, yeah. So, that's the reason why I'm talking a lot, way more talking than I normally do.
Say, you don't have to be mad to work here, but it helps.
So they welcomed you back with a weird one.
Yeah, they did welcome me back with a weird one.
So apparently they've switched partners, and
Splendid.
he's just wanting to get down to business. I wonder if anything's happened between them two to made it, because this is a little bit frosty, just a little bit. Not as frosty as she is, but charming, of course. Yep. Ain't gonna happen the way you want, homie. Ain't gonna happen the way you want. She'll tell him tonight, of course.
God is sneaking around. It's mad. You've been separated for months. He's the only one that doesn't seem to know.
I know. I wasn't going to tell him when he was...
But the problem is, she's separated. They're not divorced.
I was going to kill him.
You can't keep lying. It's cruel.
Guilty. She feels guilty. She knows she's not doing the right thing. I don't think he's quite okay yet, but that's just my
Miss
opinion.
Morgan.
Alice, please.
Alice. Hello, I'm John.
What has she played in? I've seen her in other stuff.
Can I? You must be very tired.
I have to say this. She's doing a fantastic job of looking shell-shocked. Like, that's the way you'd expect someone to look if they've witnessed something like that. Just a shell.
I don't think I've ever been this tight.
It's shock. It's the way our body reacts. It's one of those strange things.
To protect the mind.
Terrible day for you.
Or the body.
Things look bleak and you must be feeling very alone. But believe me when I say we will do everything we can to find out who did this.
Thank you.
So these things...
Not going to help her not feel alone, though. I have to tell you.
There's nothing. My mum was a very kind, very gracious woman.
What about the dad? What about the dad?
And your dad?
Mom, what about the dad? Something tells me she's blocking stuff.
He was a very admirable man.
She don't like him.
The thing is, Alice, this was a very singular crime. One of the things that I found is that crimes like this aren't random. They're never without motive. So as painful as this is, I'm going to ask you to dig deep and really think about any money issues your parents may have been experiencing, any marital difficulties.
I've done nothing but think. All I do is think. There's nothing. It's absolutely nothing.
Sounding defensive now.
So, he's back.
From outer space.
Oh, he's not
happy. You do
happy.
know the man is nitroglycerin.
With respect, sir, a comprehensive investigation under your edict cleared him of any wrongdoing.
Not least because the only other witness is in a coma. Rose, if you bet too heavily on Luther, then you stand or fall with him. And with you goes this unit and my credibility as its architect. Haven't you worked too hard for too long to take
he's wanting to get rid of him
on such a wild card?
I don't consider him a risk.
Then what is he?
An investment.
And if
something tells me that's probably the least of your worries, because something tells me if he wakes up, nobody's going to believe him, number one, because you found a kid in this house. Number two, it's his word against Luther's word. Like, that, just, I don't know. I think I'd take my chances, especially if he gets results. Granted, they may be a little bit, I don't know, he took that justice into his own hands, but who in that situation might not do the same thing? I think that's one of the things that's always left out and stuff like that.
So just one more time so I'm absolutely clear. Saw nothing or anyone unusual?
Wish I could tell you I had.
I know where I've seen her from. His Dark Materials. She plays the crazy mom. That's where I've seen her. Okay, that makes sense. You could just tell just with the way she's talked. Little subtle nuance in the way that she was describing. Her mom is loving and nobody could do anything to her mom because she's so nice. Her dad just admirable. And then defense.
It's very tiring going round and round like this. You must be exhausted.
Oh yeah, she's showing.
Can I get you a coffee?
Tea. That'd be nice.
He's playing chess. He knows he's playing chess now. Because that right there.
She did it. She did it. Look at this. Ben, nudge. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hey, she didn't yawn. She didn't yawn. Yawning is contagious. Someone in the room yawned. You yawn too, see? Even talking about it. It's to do with parts of the brain that deal with empathy. She didn't yawn. She did it.
And he's back.
Nothing in her effect points to survivor guilt. And why them, why not me? That's pretty atypical.
So her affect's off. Could be medication, shock, whatever.
Could be, except it's not.
In this kind of scenario, an offender typically tries to stage the scene, make it look like murder, suicide, a burglary gone wrong.
But
she did none of that.
Exactly.
Exactly how?
Because she's proud of this. I mean, why give anyone else the credit?
To alibi herself?
She doesn't care about the alibis. She's a malignant narcissist. This is about prestige, power, self-affirmation.
The timeline doesn't work. 3 minutes before she called 999, she was at the shops. There's not enough time.
There's not enough anything. Absence is the point. It's a way of her saying to us.
She did it before she went.
So where's the gun?
She did it before she went.
Say that again, that was special.
Is your chair okay? Comfy? One of the legs of the suspect can never get comfortable, never relax Always unbalanced. Is it too hot?
Really? It's fine.
Oh, yeah, he knows he's playing chess. Oh, I love stuff like this because this is mental, this is brain games here, and it's unraveling that yarn, that ball of yarn to take and get to what's in the center of that to find out what happened.
It's the stuff that makes up the universe, but it doesn't interact with the things we know in the way we expect.
No. But its presence can be inferred from gravitational effects on visible matter. We know it's there. We just
can't see it.
Would many police officers be able
Kinda
to
like
gain
dust.
my trust by having this conversation?
I don't know. I just like to read books.
That beats burning them.
No, but you're the one that's practically a genius.
Only practically.
So you went to Oxford at what?
13.
Wow, that's...
See, there goes the ego right there. He's pulling it out. He's getting that little thread. Oh.
Freaks, really. Well, I expect your parents were proud.
Very. There were newspaper...
That look, that just absolute look of smugness right there, that brief glimpse. See, for a first episode of something to take and play it the way they're doing it, right? Start off, he's disgraced, or he's watches the dude fall, and then it comes back to, and all you see him, he's at the chess, he's playing at a chessboard. He's not really, doesn't have any interest. He's got you can tell he's slumming it, right? Tell he's slumming it. He gets reinstated. This murder happens. And now he's trying to take and figure out, but he realizes, and he probably realized before he took into the yawn, because the yawn thing, the fact she didn't yawn, and then the statement afterwards, for me, in my opinion, is one of those ding, 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 warning bells going off, but now he's pulling. He's pulling. And now he's seeing some of the ego that he was talking about for the narcissism and stuff. So, this is phenomenal. This is absolutely phenomenal.
Pictures of Mum, Dad and me smiling in the library. When I was 9,
she's smug. She's so smug.
-1x. They bought me a dress. Got me on the news.
I wonder what that was like, 13 years old.
Again, more ego.
Classmates
I did.
were, what, 20,
this.
22? No friends your age. No boyfriends.
Quite a presumption. Actually, I matured very early. Sexually.
Again, ego. Look at me, I did this. Look at me, I did this. Look at me, I did this. You're not gonna, if you're being questioned, you're not gonna willingly give up stuff.
Alex, are you familiar with Occam's razor?
All things being equal, the simplest solution is the best solution.
That's right. And what that principle tells me is that the only person known to have been at your parents' house this morning, it was you.
Was you.
I don't see how it's possible to arrive at that conclusion.
Well, there was no evidence of an intruder.
But absence of evidence isn't evidence of absence.
I know, I'm making a leap. It's a little leap, though. It's more of a hop.
Is this where you ask me if I hated my parents?
It is about that time, yeah.
Did they make me a freak? Yes. Did I hate them? Absolutely. Did I kill them? No.
Can you prove that?
I can't prove a negative. Can't be done.
Innocence is a negative. It's the absence of guilt.
Meaning the burden of proof is entirely yours. If you think I did this, then you need to demonstrate how and when.
No. And I won't be able to do that, will I?
Well, you can certainly try.
Because there is nothing. You don't interact with the things we know in the way that we expect. Your presence, your accents can only be inferred by a certain absence.
Is that a compliment?
And he knows he's going to think differently. And again, the smugness here, the smugness.
No, I wouldn't be so foolish. But I will tell you this, Alice, you can revel in your brilliance for as long as you like, but people slip up. Happens time and time again.
Well, that's just faulty logic postulated on imperfect data collection. What if you only catch people who make mistakes? That would skew the figures, wouldn't it?
She knows she's playing cat and mouse with a chess player now too. I'd be going through chemical stuff to figure out how she did it.
Morgan, you're free to go.
Well, I enjoyed our chat.
I'm loving this. I absolutely love this. This is an awesome start to any show. That was just a ruse.
Wow. Nice dress.
She looks very uncomfortable.
Come in.
Uh-oh. Please don't have home dude there. Please don't have home dude there. Please don't have home dude there. Because she's got that look in her face. Like she's got somebody there with her.
To discuss, but before you say anything, you need to know that I've met somebody.
Sorry?
I met someone.
What do you mean? Sorry? When?
A while ago.
Who?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, he wants to know because he's upset now, but
Are you
he's brokenhearted.
sleeping with
Poor
her?
fella. If she's acting like that, it's a yes. Duh.
Well, no! 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 Why? Come on! Why?
Go home, John.
Yeah, it's probably the best option there, homie. That's what they do. You get separated, they find someone, they take your shit. See, that's how that works. It's messed up, fact of life, unfortunately. Unless they're really screwed up, then you get stuff. But otherwise, you lose it all. Just, yeah.
Are you gonna say anything?
Anything you'd like me to say?
No.
Maybe she's documenting what she's done. That'd be the slip up. But then you'd need all kinds of ways to get in. Oh no, she's doing research on him. She's gonna go after him. She's getting off on this, you can tell just by the looks. Yeah, she's getting off on this. She's done this more than once. And it's just that look of that she does. It's just she's getting off on this. So this is something she's done more than once. So her parents probably aren't the first victims in this. But she's so brilliant that up till now she has escaped detection. Why would they're incinerating the dog? I'd have kept the dog for evidence. Why? Keep it for evidence.
Where you going?
They met the sunrise. How about that?
Do you ever get a song stuck in your head and it just keeps going round and round and round? I've been thinking, she's a narcissist, isn't she? She needs constant recognition. Needs to exaggerate her accomplishments. How does
again,
someone like that keep
that whole time his mind's been thinking.
But did.
You don't need to be thinking about Alice Morgan right now.
Why? What do you suggest I think about? The way Alice Morgan sees it is
this is normal stuff for him.
Offended her, embarrassed her, let her down, and those people deserve to be punished. She's already gotten away with it once, and she's eyeing her next victim, and she won't stop until someone stops her, until I stop her.
All right, so be patient, build a case.
There is no case. She didn't leave one, she didn't leave anything.
Well, so what are you thinking?
Well, she's compelled to impress, isn't she? People in general, but right now, me in particular, she needs to show me how brilliant she is. She needs to be admired.
John.
And I give that to her.
They burned my dog.
It's protocol. That's what happens.
He was only a dog. Seems unduly pitiless to me to burn someone's dog.
Seems kind of pitiless to shoot the dog in the first place.
You look exhausted.
That'd be Why? What? Now you put yourself in an awkward position with when everything goes down.
No, we're not.
So, you're not here to interrogate me?
Oh, this is not a good idea.
Lie. This is a black hole. It consumes matter, sucks it in, and crushes it beyond
Again,
existence.
showing off intelligence. It's
When I
an ego
first heard
thing.
that, I thought that's evil at its most pure. Something that drags you in, crushes you, makes you nothing.
I love to talk about nothing. It's the only thing I know anything about.
Don't you believe in evil?
I have to. I've seen it.
Ah. Henry Madsen.
Henry and others like him,
Me?
conceivably.
What's happening to your marriage?
Huh?
Last time I
And
saw you,
she's
there
trying to
was
take
rain.
and turn
Today, no
his
rain.
plan
It's
around on him. Like she's
someone
not
else
stupid.
I'm not here to discuss
So he's
that,
got to
Alice.
be careful.
You don't understand love, Alice. It's not your fault. You can mimic it, and I guess you can recognize it in other people, but you will never be able to understand love.
Oh no.
Why did I come here?
Because I wanted to tell you that I know you kept the gun, and sooner or later I'll find it.
Well, why would I do that?
Oh, you just couldn't help yourself, could you?
Wouldn't it make things easy for you if that were true? But it's not. There's no gun to find.
See, keeping that gun wasn't a rational decision. It was a compulsion. You did it because you needed to do it. And it's that compulsion that makes you weak in ways that you can't see or understand.
Oh, he's playing these head games now.
Get you caught. And it will bring you down, Alice. It always does, just like clockwork.
Are you threatening me? Because honestly, I wouldn't.
And why is that?
How come now, really? Because I'd be hurt and angry. I wonder, why did your wife turn her face from you, John? Why would she do that? Is it because you shine so bright?
I'm coming for you.
Not if I come for you first.
See, that's a threat. That's a threat. He knows. Now it's the matter of, oh my God, dude. Like, he planted that seed, and he knows that she knows about the wife. Like, there's all kinds of threads just picking and being whoop, 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 pulled.
Morning. Out, you two. Go on.
John?
Rouse, come on.
John!
Listen, if you're thinking of calling security, don't bother. Call the police. Let's go. Arriba. Do I embarrass you?
Right now? Right this moment? Absolutely. Yes.
Is that what this is all about?
No.
Am I boring? Boring because I personally don't.
He's just trying to figure it out at this point. Of course, the girl got in his head with that over at that apartment, though. Like, there's no two ways about that.
Mark?
Does a woman just get to a stage in her life when she says, you know what, I'd like my man to be boring because I have to tell you, no one warned me about this.
He's not boring.
Is the sex good?
Ugh. It's not about the sex.
It's always about the sex. Train.
The trouble with you, the train in your head never stops. You really frightened me last night.
Come on, Zoe. You know I'd never, ever hurt you.
John, why are you here?
Well, I couldn't help but wonder if perhaps you'd like to come home and be married to me.
He's still
Yes,
trying.
someone bring flowers.
What? It's a grand gesture.
This is professional ruination, is what this is. Next time, think flowers.
Next time.
You know what I mean.
Means you still got a chance.
Just need to know
she
why.
said next time.
You always do.
How did we get here? 1 minute I'm one place and then next minute I'm 15,000 miles away and I know that I've travelled because I'm dizzy and I just want to throw up. I just can't remember the bits in between.
You tell me. How do you think we got here? What happened?
Lost herself probably, homie, to the cases, like married to the job instead of her.
You're the reason. You are. You left.
But I'm here. Now, look at me. I'm here.
Only part of you, but never all, because you care more about the dead than the living. That's where your heart is.
No, it's not true.
You know, all those years
There you
spent
go.
up to your neck in malignancy, all those months looking for Henry Madsen, all the months that came after, and you were just gone, and you weren't coming back. Not my you, not my job.
Then him?
When he's with me, he's with me.
Is that all it takes, Zoe? Hey, do you love him?
Yes.
Tell it pain her to actually say that out loud.
Any news on the gun that killed the Morgans?
No, we're still looking, but ballistics came back on the bullets fired. They were 9mm parabellum designed for ultra-compact weapons.
Good work.
Don't look at me.
Okay.
Your husband assaulted me. What? He touched me intimately. He made me do things. He hurt me because of you. Well, as he touched me, he talked about you. He said you were dead. You'd been very badly burned. Your face was gone. Your skin was gone. You'd been abducted off the street by a man.
Something tells me now that she knows that this is full of crap, but
He used knives, blowtorch. He killed pieces of you for 7 years. I'm worried that someone might want to hurt you like that. Don't turn around.
when she got into a spot that's in between where there's no security cameras.
Sorry? Wait, babe, what's wrong?
He knows.
I mean, honestly, Gov, you should have just let me hold her.
You didn't give
enough to hold her. And you can't prove it was her this afternoon. Zoe didn't see her face. No CCTV, no eyewitnesses, no nothing.
You do know this makes me Alice
she's
Morgan's
smart.
next project. I questioned her brilliance, offended her. Do you know what she could do? To me, to Zoe?
I know what you say she can do. I also know we can't prove what she already did. And you can't detain people on suspicion of crimes yet to be committed.
This has gotten juicy and interesting as hell. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. He's scared. Well, I say that. He's nervous. That means go back out there to that cottage and find everything.
Ah, mate, thank you.
Yeah, well, so here you go.
So, tell me what I need to know.
All right, so what you got? This is a Glock 26, lightweight, compact pistol. Weighs less than 16 ounces. Carbon steel spring.
Easily concealable.
Barrel, polymer frame and components.
Easily dismantled.
Polymer frame.
Easily thrown
Let me
away.
see it. Polymer. Plastic.
Yeah, it's light. It's easy to carry.
Plastic mounts. Plastic mounts. Why am I thinking that?
Which means you don't actually have to have a gun to probably shoot it.
And the dog gets 4. 4 shots spent killing the dog. Why?
It's a dog. Bites intruders.
Why the overkill?
Perversity, I don't know.
No. 4 bullets in the dog to maximize the mess, to make the cause of death unambiguous. She needed to blow the dog's head apart to access the digestive tracts. She disassembles the gun, shoves the pieces, the glove shell casing down the dog's gullet into his stomach, and then they cremate the dog.
And the dog's already been...
It's melting.
Fine. It's not enough.
Which means you need to take and find the metal
Gun was
pieces.
in the dog.
Section 8, Police and Criminal Evidence Act. A magistrate may issue a warrant authorising the search of a premises provided there are reasonable grounds for believing the location contains material with substantial evidentiary value. It's my assessment that saying the gun was in the dog will not be judged by the issuing magistrate to have met those criteria.
It's in there, on the mantelpiece. She doesn't leave evidence, just an evidence-shaped absence.
And after everything else, that just infuriates you, doesn't it?
Come on! She kills her parents and walks. She threatens Zoe's life. We can't touch her. This is Zoe we're talking
John.
about. Who sat with your kids the day your father died?
So, take the chilly bitch down. Slow down, calm down. Find an... What do you need to prove more? That Alice Morgan's guilty or that you're right?
That you're right. That he's right. But that's, bro. You're doing stuff that's gonna take and get you in trouble, and you're already on thin ice. Like, she's gonna walk in on you, more than likely. If I had to venture a
Told you,
guess.
boss. Gun was in the dog. Because she needs it.
Now he's gonna have to take and get out without being seen.
Alice?
Oh, now she's gonna take and try to actually, okay.
That would be mine.
Hello, Alice.
Do you know why the gun fragments in that urn can never be used as evidence against me? 1, the cremation melted away their forensic value. Because those ovens burn very, very hot. 2, you could never prove that I ever knew the gun was in there.
Boy, she thinks she's, but she is intelligent, but I think she's,
Most dazzlingly, you broke into my apartment and stole it. In the process, you committed a crime that will cost your job. So, congratulations. Well done.
I know that. This urn, this isn't evidence. This is what you need to remind yourself of who you really are. That's why you followed me. I know you. I see you.
And you think that I'm that weak?
Yes.
Then you don't know me at all.
Okay.
No, John, no!
Let it drop.
Stay away from Zoe!
Is this what you did to Henry Madsen?
Here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna stay away from my wife, or I'm gonna arrest someone else for the murder of your parents. Oh yeah, by the time he's found guilty, you'll have been forgotten about. There will be no enigma with Alice Morgan at the heart of it. No one will wonder how you did it. No one will think how clever.
Oh, he's going to make her irrelevant completely. Oh, even more.
Cast you aside like offal.
In a second.
And you think I'm a monster? Love is supposed to dignify us, exalt us. How can it be love, John, if all it does is make you lonely?
Now she's trying to play to his morality, but...
Don't turn your back on me!
Oh, she's trying to take and control it. May one more last impassioned plea, or just... What are you doing here? Oh, home dude's there.
Zoe!
No, sod him. He doesn't get to do this.
Zoe!
I hate to do this. It's my ex-husband. He's...
It's Mark, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
John, you need to go. We call the police. Come on, this is mad. What do you want?
Well, I want to speak to Zoe.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Not today. It's not going to happen. You need to go. Come on.
I understand all of that, but I really do need to speak to her, okay? So can you
Just give her some time. She needs some time. Maybe give her up to
1 minute. That's all I need. Zoe, I know I don't have...
No, just leave. Just leave her alone, right?
I just want to talk to my wife. That's
Hey,
it.
wait, please, wait.
Sorry, I just want to talk to you. That's all.
Damn, all of that to take and check. Jesus Christ.
I know you have to be where you need to be. All right? I can accept that. I respect it, okay? I still love you. And I'm sorry. All right?
Don't apologise. Don't be sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right. All right, man.
And he just asserted his dominance. Now you are being a dick to him. You punched him like it's still his fucking home. Nothing is going through. It's still his home. You're a dick. You tried the dick swinging and it just didn't work.
Hello, John.
Alice,
You may be very, very clever, but you're wrong.
there is love in the world.
So you lose.
How much more cat and mouse we gonna see with this?
Thank you.
Well, she is demented as hell. Something tells me that's not the last we're gonna see of her. Oh. This was brilliant. This was brilliant because he's intelligent as hell. He's got high intelligence. It's one of the things with cop shows. Normally they either show the cops with the good cop, bad cop, and all that good stuff. And normally there's that one cat that's always that tormented soul of some sort. He's definitely, so they're playing on some tropes with this show, right? But they're doing it to great effect because Luther is highly intelligent. He's got his means and ways of getting what needs to be done, and not exactly within protocol, right? But it's effective enough to where he's kept around. And that's, again, another trope that you see on these cop shows. But this cat and mouse, like the very, very high intelligence, normally we've seen that recently, at least here in the U.S. in the last 10, 12 years, you see these high intelligent cop shows where they're not really on thin ice of any kind, and they don't really have any moral ambiguity or nothing like that as far as when it comes to doing their jobs or how to take the job done. It's always just that cat and mouse game of like, ooh, I'm going to outsmart the criminal because the criminal is highly intelligent and all of that happy fun stuff. But it's never with the means like Luther is showing here, whereas this, he's not only is he highly, highly intelligent, he's also very troubled. So, of course, it starts off and we see the end result. He lets dude fall. So what happens? You've got the what would be the IAB here, that, you know, the internal affairs courts basically going, no, you know, we can't find anything to hold him on. Of course, probably helps that the suspect is still in a coma, but I digress. So he's cleared to go back to work. He's had time off, and that time his life is just falling apart. His personal life is just kind of falling apart. We see that with the wife and stuff like that. So we got this very tortured soul, still very brilliant. And the very first case back deals with that brilliance, with that female, and the cat and mouse game that they played throughout. Like, it's just, absolutely brilliant. I love this. I love it. It plays on so many tropes, but it plays them in a way to where it keeps you like, oh, what the hell's about to happen? What the hell's about to happen? And the girl that plays Alice Morgan in this, she plays, if I'm not mistaken, she's the one that plays the head girl of the evil, or I don't even know. She comes across as very evil, but on His Dark Materials through Amazon Prime, and she plays the part so well, because that look of just haughtiness that just oozes from her face whenever she's taken, and that ego is just showing through. Like, that's, just perfect against his intensity, because he's very, very intense, and she's got an intensity to her, but it's more of that I'm so much smarter than you, I'll never make a mistake type, narcissistic ego that just, in other ways, just make you cringe if they assigned that to any other character, and the facial features and the facial expressions didn't shine through the way hers do. Love this. Absolutely love this. So we leave it on the fact that she's still free. His wife still loves him. Like that little bit, last bit right there, that guilt of her taking and not, seeing things through with him is showing through. Just awesome first episode, I've got to say. That being said, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Y'all be good to each other. Love yourselves. Peace.